Viewers City, welcome back to the channel. It's a girl Vremo, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today guys, I'm going to be reacting to Hostin shut down by guest on The View for her lies. Wow. Hostin shut down by guest on The View for her lies. This will be my first time checking this out, and I'm super excited to get into the video. But before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you are new here, hello, I'm Viewer. I do reaction videos with up to different artists on here. React to different songs from all over the world. If this is something that you love, why not join Viewer City? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's guys, let's go.
You got some attention recently for being somewhat critical of President Biden, saying you weren't ready to endorse him yet. What's your holdup there?
What's my hope? Well, first of all, I think everyone should focus on hyper-local. We get caught up in the soap opera of federal elections, and that's fine. But if you are concerned with the federal election, you don't know who your city council or your wardsman is, you don't know who your mayor is, and you don't have a good list of state representatives or governor.
That's rapper Killer Mike on The View talking about why he hasn't supported Biden yet. And you can already tell by the look on Sunny Hostin's face that it's gonna ruffle some feathers, which honestly shouldn't come as a surprise. Given her family history, I don't imagine she would take too kindly to black people thinking for themselves. Welcome to NERK News, I'm Nerkish. Well, it's a day ending in Y, so that means Sunny Hostin did something stupid and obnoxious on The View. This time it's berating a rapper for not falling in line with the Democratic Party. Shocker. Today, we're going to take a few minutes to break down this clip and highlight the many ways Sunny Hostin is a terrible person. So, I imagine a lot of you don't know who this guy is. For those of you who don't know, Killer Mike is a very popular rapper. He's also a social activist for the black community. He has a show on PBS called Love and Respect where he talks with people about social issues. He also had a series on Netflix called Trigger Warning, where he gave an emotional plea to calm protests against police brutality that were turning violent in Atlanta. Now, this guy is in no way a Trump supporter. He supported Bernie in 2016, but he has said some positive things about Republicans who he thinks have helped his community in some way, and that was enough for Sunny Hostin. Here he is talking about the importance of having gratitude in keeping your imagination alive after winning a Grammy for Best Rap Album. And what does Sunny Hostin do? You guessed it, she made it all about herself so she can scold him like a child.
And your imagination has to be bigger than the room, bigger than the building, bigger than the sky, because if you keep the imagination alive, everything is possible.
That's right.
When you limit your imagination, nothing becomes as possible as it could be. So,
now,
yeah.
You know, I'm a former prosecutor.
Yeah.
And there were some other headlines that came out. I was very upset about it.
Yeah.
Because it was unnecessary, and you don't do that on that special night, especially for what I read about. So what I'm going to ask you is, there was an incident at the Grammys. It led to you being taken out in handcuffs and arrested.
I mean, you could just see the contempt radiating from her here. It's a bit ironic that she uses his success and moment of achievement to humble brag about herself and then chastise him for ruining that special night by getting arrested. Especially when she argues that black people in America have it worse than Muslims being hauled off to who knows where in China because our justice system just loves incarcerating them for no reason. I mean, I honestly think the hostility she has for this guy comes from the fact that he's been vocally critical of Biden.
My most important election is going to be in about a year and a half for who's my mayor going to be. I think that Andre Dickens is doing a great job around housing in Atlanta, and I don't want that to be lost. Even though we have a Republican governor, Brian Kemp, I have a good relationship with him. I like what he's done in terms of Georgia business. We've been leading business amongst all states for the last 10 years, and he brought back the Hope Scholarship and expanded it. In terms of nationally, I'm just kind of doing what my grandfather said, staying out of white folks' business and watching what happens. You know, I'm going to see what happens if there's a candidate that pops up around September, October that needs a push that's really, and policy-wise is good for us, going to jump up. But for right now, I just don't want to be involved in the soap opera because I'm much too concerned about what's going on in Atlanta on a hyper-local level.
That's so
you lost me a little bit with your support of Kemp, but let me tell you this.
Not support of
some
Kemp.
Of his policies.
I mean, that's some misinformation. You cannot like me, but don't lie on me. I saw someone I really respect, a black woman who's a commentator.
So you don't support him, you like his policies.
Well, I support
some specific ones he named.
Beyond it, he's the governor of my state, so I have to be involved with him because I can't divorce myself. But let me say this. If you criticize someone, don't lie. I'm not going to not have dinner with the king on the behalf of my people. I have to do that.
Let me just point some of Biden's achievements out for the black community, right?
Well, there you go. I mean, who wouldn't want to join a party that treats you like this? Who wouldn't want to be treated like a child and then scolded the moment you have an independent thought? You know, the way they treat these various grievance groups reminds me a lot of how they portray conservatives. They act like we're incapable of comprehending or respecting anyone who doesn't look or think like us, and then this is what they do when they encounter someone who says something remotely positive about someone they don't like. They bully them until they fall in line, or they cast them out as radical or useful idiots for their opponents. But let me know what you think. How much longer will the viewers of this show stomach Sunny Hostin? What would you have said if you were in Mike's position? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, this has been NERK News. Boy!
He was taken out of the Grammy with handcuffs. Now that's pretty serious. I must confess that this is actually my first time hearing about this, and it sounds so crazy and insane. I mean, what really is going on, guys? What do you think about this video? Drop your comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up and please share this video. I want to hear your thoughts on this video. What do you think? Drop your comment down below, and this is me signing out. Bye bye.